All right. Hello guys, welcome back to Send Crypto. It is August 7th, 2021, just about 8 p.m. Eastern time. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC. We're going to take a look at BTC on the macro view, and we're also going to take a look at it on the lower degree and all that good stuff, right? So we're basically going to focus on the weekly, the 50-day cycle, and the 21 days cycle and all that good stuff, right? We're also going to review ICP, DOEGECOIN, and we're going to talk about some new setups could be breaking out over the next like a few days, like XRP, VChain, BNB, and possibly Litecoin, right? So if you're new to our content, you can hit the likes if you find the content useful. Subscribe to the channel, join the public Telegram group, link in the description, and all of that good stuff. If you're looking to join Send Premium, Discord, right, you can basically join the Discord group, link in the description, and all that good stuff, right? So we've been killing it over the last 2 to 3 weeks. We've been extremely bullish on alt, even on BTC, since like BTC was at 30k. What we were saying is like just buy the sucker at 30k. If it drops lower, we're still gonna reaccumulate at all the way down to 25 and all that good stuff, right? But we're gonna talk about all of that, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on the weekly. The weekly time frame is very, very important as of now, right? Why it is so important is like we knew like the trend going to be reversing. Okay, we were like 80% confident like we're going to be getting some sort of pullback up to a 45k or even higher, right now we almost at 45k. However, our weekly MACD, it is still negative, so we just have to be very cautious, guys. We've been trading the market based on the trend, not like based on hype. Okay, remember when BTC was the general consensus was like, okay, to talk about like anything below 25, it is too soon, right? Let's focus on the range of 30k and 45k. Could we possibly break above 45k? That's what we need to figure out right now. As long as our MACD right here is negative, I think like bulls could find it very, very difficult, right, to break above 50k and so on. It doesn't mean they cannot break it, but if they have to break it, they have to basically break it strongly for the MACD to cross positive. A positive MACD could change everything. Okay, could change the entire market structure. So I'm gonna be waiting for the next like a few weeks. It could take several weeks to cross positive. We don't know if the volatility is if the volatility remains high, right, we could be potentially breaking it like next week. If the volatility is low over the next like a few weeks, it could basically be dragging. So be patient, right? If you're bullish, you still need to be patient. Okay, the call was like up to 45k, and now we're at 45k, so we just have to be very, very cautious and be ready for anything. Okay, but as of now, once again, my personal bias is like we gotta wait for the MACD to cross positive, right? If it crosses positive, bang, okay, we could be going to the moon. If it basically, if like we're gonna get a fake out like that, we know exactly we're going to be following our our trend, bear market trend, and could be possibly looking for the weekly 100 EMA over the next like a few weeks, possibly sometime in October or even November, right? So something to basically keep in mind. So now let's take a look at BTC on a 3 weeks basis, right? The 3 weeks basis, if we take a look at BTC on a 3 weeks basis, hey, what's up, K4 Liberty, thanks a lot for tuning in. KAOSFR in the house, thanks a lot for tuning in. Make sure to hit the likes, guys, if you enjoy the content. I've been giving you one of the best technical analysis over the last few years and so on. So hit the likes, no hype, guys. We're gonna be trading the market based on trend. We've been killing it in our premium, from like a Kusama, Neo, Band, VChain. We just got a new setup on VChain and all that good stuff, dot link and all that good stuff, guys. So make sure to hit the likes and subscribe to the channel. Hey, what's up? Thanks a lot, Mustafa, for tuning in. So now let's take a look at the 3 weeks basis, right? I think like I'm the only trader, okay, I'm the only trader basically who followed the 3 weeks basis and all that good stuff, right? On a 3 weeks basis, we've been very confident, like we're going to be getting some sort of pullbacks. Okay, we started buying the dips out now. We basically hit the 21 EMA on our 3 weeks basis. Now we push into the upside. It is very important over the next a few weeks to keep an eye on the 3 weeks basis. Why it is so important, guys? Because this candle right here, right, it is going to close sometime in August 18th, August 19th, right? And the next candle after that going to close on September 8th, September 9th. Why September 8th and September 9th is very important? Because if we switch on a 50-day cycle, the current 50-day cycle right here, right, going to close on the 8th, right, next month. So it is very important. So even though, okay, this cycle right here, the 50-day cycle right here might not close above a 58, 59 and so on, we could wait for the 3 week cycle to see if the 3 week cycle going to be closing above a 58, 59, right? If we close above 58, 59, right, let's say 61k, right? If we close above 61k within the next 30 days, that could be it, for the bears. All right, we could be in a total crazy bullish market, right? So something to keep in mind. I'm not saying we're not going to be in a bull market, but on a high time frame, especially on our 50-day cycle, if we manage to close anywhere around 60 to 61k over the next 30 days, bang, we're going to be in a bull market, right? Remember, I said it right here 3 weeks before the 50-day cycle closed, right, back in October. It was early October. I was by October 27th, right, if we close above 10.5, that's it, right? Remember right here, this candle right here, the October 27th candle close, and as long as we close the candle right there, you can see we've been in a bull market, right? So it is very important to pay attention to the higher time frame. I know we're all bullish and all that good stuff. We waiting for 150k, 180k and all that good stuff, but the higher time frame, it has to basically give us a green light for a bull market, right? So keep an eye on the 50-day cycle. Another thing also to keep an eye on the 50-day cycle is the Heikin-Ashi right here. What we said back in actually I think November or something like that, right? We said if we basically get a bearish 50-day cycle, right, on a regular candle, bang, we could be in trouble, right? And we did get the bearish 50-day cycle, as you can see right here, move sideways. Now we're looking to reverse. And if you pay clear attention, you can see all these big candles, right? They 50-day cycle. 50-day cycle from a January 1st all the way up to February 18th, right? Push all the way up to a 60k nearly. Okay, we dump all the way down from 65k down to a 30k in 50 days. Okay, in 50 days. So the 50-day cycle is very, very important, and breaking below the 30k on the 50-day cycle will basically mean we're completely in a bear market, right? We exactly know that. So the range of 60k bull market above it, right? Below it, we could be dropping all the way down to below 20k, but we will discuss it once we basically break below 30k. And once we break above 60k, we know exactly what to look for, right? Because we're going to the moon, right? So we will need to buckle up. So be open-minded about a possible bullish continuation, right? Even if you're bearish, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at DOEGECOIN now. Okay, so DOEGECOIN already hit target right here. I gave you guys DOEGECOIN when it was I think 20 cents. In my premium I said anywhere around a 19 to 20 cents it is going to be a good buy, because we're going to be looking for a potential 25 to 30% breakout, right? So I give you guys the public group also. We talked about it when DOEGECOIN was right here a couple of days ago. We also review it. That's why I was saying I'm not going to do another live stream, because if you try to do another live stream after making these setups, right, you might be changing your mind and all that good stuff, right? So we stayed bullish on DOEGECOIN, right? we started being bullish right here. It dumped down, but we were saying like, you know, it can still drop down to like a 19 cents as long as we keep our stop loss right around like a 17.5, right? So right now we are 26, we can still get the 28. If the trend is strong enough, we can go all the way up to nearly 35 cents, 33, 35, right? But we will discuss it right over the next like a few days if you know, we get a nice consolidation around like a 20, you know, 26 to a 28 range. But the main thing is like to, you know, get the target, you know, all the way up to basically 28, which is like nearly 40% breakout depending on where you enter that, right? So beautiful move on DOGECOIN, right? So the next one we're going to talk about is going to be ICP. So ICP, we talked about it like a couple of days ago before the breakout, and I was like, guys, in our premium we talked about ICP when ICP was right here, okay? Even before the first pump, what we were saying was like, let it pump and let it dump again. All right, before even the pump, guys, when ICP was like $30, we said we're gonna pump to the upside. We just don't know how high we're gonna go, but we're gonna retest the bottom, just like sushi. If you guys remember sushi back in November, the first week of November, we were talking about sushi. Sushi was like 50 cents, right? And we were extremely bullish on sushi, right? But I think like the rest of the market will, you know, was pretty bearish on sushi, right? So we started buying sushi at 50 cents, sucker pump all the way up to $20, right? So similar structure. So what I was saying was like, we got the, you know, we got the initial double bottom, 28 to 25. Anyway, you know, anywhere around this range going to be a good buy, and we're going to be looking for, you know, all the way up to like a 50, you know, 57, right? So we at 57, beautiful bull flag right here, right on the low degree, right? Small bull flag. So let's see if we're going to be getting some support at the 6 hour 21 or the 4 hour 21, right? Over the next like a few days and so on, because price action can still dip all the way down to like a, you know, 55 to a $50 range, right? So keep an eye on ICP. It is still bullish, especially on the 2-day basis. What we were saying was like, if we can get a close above the 2-day, you know, on the 2-day cycle, if we can get a close right here and stay above it over the next like a few weeks or even few days, right? Just let's say a few days, right? We could be, you know, creating a new trend, right? Even if market dumps, ICP might be, you know, continuing the bullish uptrend, right? As of now, it is still bullish. I wouldn't be trying to short it as of now, right? So now let's go ahead and take a look at XRP. So XRP, it is a new setup. I've been watching it over the last few days. Was just waiting for the initial breakout, because we did have enough setup in my premium, so I didn't want to basically keep you know, adding a new setup as we already got some setups running, right? So you know, if you take a look at XRP on a 2-day basis, beautiful, you know, rejection right here by the you know, 2-day 100 EMA, beautiful breakout. That's the candle gonna close in 24 hours. So it is a 24-hour candle on the 2-day basis. It means that we got another 24 hours. So even if we do not pump over the next like a 24 hours, we could still be you know, pumping like after that, because we're gonna get a new fresh 2-day candle right here. So let's say if we consolidate anywhere around like a 79 to 85, you know, over the next like a 24 hours, we could possibly, okay, next week get the move all the way up to $1, you know, $1 to $1.06, right? So XRP pretty much very bullish over the next 30 days, over the next like a few days, right? With a 30% breakout. So let's go ahead and take a look at VeChain. So VET BTC, we're gonna start off with VET BTC, struggling to breakout above our 2-day 21. We got a slight rejection right around like a 250. We could be pumping all the way up to like a 300 sats, but let's see what VET USD is saying, right? So VET USD on the 8-hour right here, we got the breakout, right? I think I talked about not VET, but I think it was like IOTA and OGN. I think like someone was asking about IOTA and OGN. They got similar structure also. You can see like we got a nice hidden bullish divergence right here. So I was paying attention to it. Beautiful higher lows, broke out above resistance. I was like, okay, let's take it to the moon, right? So first resistance going to be just about like 11 cents, 12 cents. the next big resistance going to be somewhere around like the first week of June resistance at 14 cents, 14 to 15, right? So keep an eye on VChain over the next like a few days and so on, right? The range right here of 8.5, right, still going to be support now. In case we get a shakeout, we could get a shakeout. I just don't know, right? But if we do, we can still get this move and still try to retest the top again, right? But as of now, since like market is pretty aggressive, you know, on the upside, I would just stay with the, you know, bullish uptrend till we get a, you know, clear bearish top formation, and we're gonna start looking for some downside move and all that good stuff, right? But as of now, I'm not looking for any short position. I'm not looking for any, you know, top. I mean, I'm looking for a top formation, but not looking to short the market. Even though, you know, we're saying BTC could be tapping out around like a 45, it's not guaranteed. We just have to wait to see if the market going to prove us right, and we basically go with the trend. But as of now, no need to be trying to short the market and all that good stuff, right? So next one going to be Litecoin Ltc. So let's go ahead and take a look at Litecoin right here. So Litecoin, we've been pretty bullish on Litecoin in our premium, right? In my premium group, we started I was actually bullish on Litecoin right here, but I wasn't very comfortable, right? So it is hard to be bearish and flip bullish, you know, when market is reversing, right? But you know, we basically took it right around like a 122, 124, and basically it was looking for like a 145 up to 145. You guys remember it was a public setup also, right? We broke above 145, so I was like, if we break above 150, we're likely to go to the moon all the way up to 175. So we broke above like a 150, 152. So I just took the long position. Now just waiting for like the 175 to 180 range, right? But just be cautious, right, with the high leverage, because the move right here can still dip right back down. So if you don't know what's going on, you might be panicking. I'm not saying it will happen, right? But something like to keep in mind, because market doesn't move like in a linear fashion like that, right? Sometimes we tend to get some fake outs and get caught out, you know, with some high leverages and all that good stuff, and get wrecked and, you know, go see like you know, gems at the water cooler with crypto Kirby and all that good stuff, right? So you don't want to be seeing you know, gems. So be cautious with some high leverages, and just stay with the trend with low leverage. If not, spot buy, it is still you know, a good move, right? Even if you take the long right here up to 180, it is still going to be a potential 15% move, right? The problem is, once again, we just don't know if it is going to be a direct move, or, you know, we could get this move and then that move, or even deeper right here, right? So Litecoin, it is still bullish. Litecoin and BNB, they got a similar price behavior, right? So if they look at BNB, pretty much it looks like Litecoin. So I'm looking for a very aggressive move all the way up to like a $400 to a 425, right? 375 is somewhere around here, right? We could get all the way up to $400 to a 430 range, which is like a, you know, the first week of May resistance right there, right? So keep an eye on BNB. Beautiful support right here. So even if we dipped, even if we dip lower, right, we can still get a support right here, right? If we dip lower, we still get our 6 hour, you know, 100 EMA at right around like a 320, right? So support going to be all the way down to 320 if we fail to you know, get the breakout. Remember, a breakout only means like a strong trend, right? A pullback only means what? People taking profits, and market, you know, market has to basically take a dip and then basically resume the uptrend. But as of now, I'm still going to be staying with the uptrend all the way up to you know, potentially $400 to a 430 range, right, over the next like a few days. Just like what we got right here. As you can see, even though market is pushing to the upside, it is not pushing like that, okay? It is making like what? A beautiful angle like that, right? So the angle, we can still do something like that, right? So we just don't know, right? But we know the direction is up, right? We just don't know the angle, but we know the direction is up, right? So let me take a look at the chat room. Hey, what's up, Ray? Thanks a lot for tuning in. So Ray want to take a look at Zilliker. So Zilliker and VET, they got, you know, they got a similar price behavior. I got a target all the way up to 14 cents and potential all the way up to like right here. That's 14 cents right here, right? And 11.5 cents, just about like you know, another 25 to 30% breakout, right? So let's see, MACD already positive, right? I don't think like it is going to be a bearish divergence, right? We got a nice hidden bullish divergence right here. RSI making lower lows, right? Price action was making higher lows right here. So I was like, okay, sucker going to be breaking out, right? So if you go ahead and take a look at IOTA, is making a similar, IOTA is making a similar structure also, right? I think we talked about IOTA last time right here. So IOTA, we talked about it. I think IML was asking about IOTA. So we talked about the 116 and potentially all the way up to 135, 140, right? Beautiful move also, beautiful hidden bullish divergence right here. Right there, price action is saying I want to pump, right? So IOTA could be breaking out at any given time. So wait for the 6 hour to 8 hour breakout, could potentially be all the way up to like $1 or so, right? And you could be, you know, looking for the another move all the way up to the you know, to the next resistance like 116 to 118. All right, so IOTA is still looking pretty good, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at OGN. Okay, we talked about OGN and IOTA last time. ONG. Come on, dude. Not OGN, not ontology, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right here. So right here, that's what we said also, right, regarding OGN. So we just need to break above you know, 88 to 91, and we could be looking for the $1.16 to $1.18, right? So pretty choppy, but it could get the breakout, right? Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at ADA for Ahmed. So ADA next resistance somewhere around like a 155 to a 160, and the bigger resistance, I talked about it multiple times. Even though I was saying like ADA could break below the support area right here, we still have to basically be cautious, because if market going to be reversing, we could get the 178, right? So keep an eye on ADA 178, 188 range for a bigger resistance. If the breakout is strong, right? If the breakout is strong, it is likely to even break above like a 155, right? So just keep an eye on Litecoin first, okay? Litecoin breaking above like a 178 and so on means like most likely, you know, ADA going to be breaking out above like a, you know, 160, 178 and so on, right? Because they got pretty much a similar price behavior also, right? Litecoin and ADA, right? So in terms of price, right, 1 to 100. So SNX, okay, SNX, I've been watching SNX, but it's kind of like a kind of terrorized me for some reason, SNX. So SNX looks very good, right? But the thing is, the first pump right here already retested the first week of June, unlike most of the alt. So that's why I didn't want to bother, right, with SNX, you know, given a long position on SNX. But the resistance, it is still going to be somewhere around like $13, okay? We just don't want to break the trend line support right here, because if we break the trend line support, you know, we just have to go bearish on it, right? So but next resistance is going to be $13, which is going to be another 20 to 30% breakout depending on your entry, right here. So June resistance right here, right? So SNX immediate resistance $13, right? So but we will see if we're going to if we get there, okay? We will see. I don't have no SNX position. I wanted to take the long, but was kind of like, oh man, this guy already pumped all the way up to the June resistances, right? So you gotta be cautious, right? So it's pretty much similar to this guy, I forgot the name, Sushi. So Sushi also got a nice setup, but was one of the first alt to breakout. So next resistance all the way up to $13. That's why I'm saying like pretty much similar to a Sushi. Beautiful breakout, just like ETC, got a similar structure also, just like Sushi. Beautiful descending triangle pattern right here. Kind of look like a head and shoulder, right there. So I think we did have a setup like that on, I think it was like a Filecoin, when Filecoin was like a 48. We did have a setup like a head and shoulder pattern. So I was saying like, if we drop down to like a 45, we can take it and pump it all the way up to like over $60 and so on. But it did not retest the 45. So we said breakout above 53, we're gonna take it. Basically, that's the same thing you know, Sushi is doing, right? So next resistance all the way up to $13. Let's take a look at ETC, because ETC got a similar structure, right? So ETC, you take a look at it, right? Bang, right? So I think we talked about ETC. I don't know if we talked about ETC on my previous live stream, but pretty much similar to Sushi, right? Same type of structure, same type of structure as a Filecoin also, right? That's why, you know, in my premium I was saying like on the next alt in the low 50s, right? When ETC was at 52, right? The next alt in the low 50s is the next alt in the low 50s to break out. It is going to be ETC, right? Ethereum Classic. The Ether was right around like a 52. So that's when I basically, you know, just took a shot and take the long position at 50, I think 52 and a half, something like that, right? But beautiful move, okay? So sometimes you just gotta read the market, not like reading like one alt. Some of these alt, they move like in a similar, you know, similar fashion. But for instance, understanding like when Dogecoin going to be breaking out is very important. Understand when you know EGLD going to be breaking out is very important. So Dogecoin, EGLD, Filecoin, if you're trading you know, on Binance, right, on you know, the futures, Binance inverse, right, inverse futures, you know, you got to pay attention to those little details, right? It is not systematic, but sometimes when you watch these alt a lot, you can basically know which one goes with which one, right? So something like that, right? And don't be like T-Dog and ask me like which one what are the alt that goes together. So sometimes you just automatically recognize it, right, depending on market structure, right? So for instance, like EGLD right here, you take a look at EGLD. I was waiting for, you know, Filecoin to break out and EGLD to break out, right? So Filecoin broke out first, and then after EGLD broke out. So if you basically can trade the market smartly, right, it is hard to beat the market. You could have basically taken a position on Filecoin, right? Let's say you took a position on Filecoin just about like a 52, right? And Filecoin broke out to like a $60, you know, and so on. You could have basically just put a stop loss, remove your margin, of course increase your leverage, remove your margin, right, and take a EGLD long position, right? So some of you guys know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So because we discussed it before. Hey, what's up, Buzz? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Hey, what's up, Strengths? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Let's go ahead and take a look at SKL. So never touched SKL before. Beautiful setup though, just like the rest of the market, right? So let's take a look at it on the higher time frame. So it is still bullish, right? Price action above the 21. So support going to be right here, right around like a 25 cents. Okay, so it is still bullish. I don't see anything bearish on it, right? So the top resistance could be somewhere around like 60 cents right here. I know it is a very big move, but that's what the chart is saying, right? In this range, it is our May resistance, first week of June, right there, just about like a May 27th. Most alt already retested their, not most, but some alt already retested their first week of June, like June 2nd, you know, resistance and all that good stuff. So it could be, you know, pumping all the way up to, you know, the late May, first week of June resistance, right? If we break above the 2-day 100 EMA at 30 cents, right? Hey, what's up, Buzz? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Dodge to the moon. that was my first time trading Dodge, and if you guys remember, I was saying like hopefully Dodge is not gonna wreck us, right? So, but it didn't wreck us. So you know, hit our target now. Just hit our target beautifully. Okay, 28 cents, right? So a beautiful 40% breakout, depending on your entry. Right here, almost 50% breakout, guys. You only get these target from Send Crypto, guys. So let's go ahead and review XLM, because we do have a XLM setup in my premium also for a potential move all the way up to 35 cents right here. I talked about it when XLM was like, I think 28, 27 cents last week. Actually the last week of July 27th, right? So it failed to a breakout, but remember, a breakout only means like price action moving fast, right, in one direction, moving like in a very aggressive way in a, you know, in one direction. Sometimes you can get the direction right, you just get the timing wrong. Like, you know, we're going to be pumping, but it could move sideways and pump to the upside, right? So that could be the case for XLM. So XLM, keep an eye on it all the way up to, you know, 35 or high, right? Because once again, the first week of June resistance, right here, 42 cents, right? Oh, nice, Craig, you took that Dodge trade. We did have we got like so many trades, guys, like, you know, so many long position, like you know, OMG, you know, ZEC, you know, VChain, you know, Band, Neo, Litecoin, DOEGECOIN, all those positions, guys, we took them like at the bottom, not like after you know, market you know, started pumping, right? So BTC is consolidating right now after the daily close, right? So we just hit our 45 resistance. So nearly 44.6, not quite 45, but we could just say 45, right? Let's see. I don't think it is going to be a divergence. I don't like to call this a divergence, right? Let's see on the 8-hour, on the 4-hour. Because we did have a divergence right here, right? And we got the wedge pattern, we dropped to the downside, so that's it. So this move right here and that move, I don't think they connected, right? You see what I'm saying? So we want to see a divergence, something like that, okay, in this range, right? That could be something like that, right? But this move and that move, they might not be connected, right? Because this move is already done and price action basically dipped all the way down. MACD, you know, and the RSI, they both dipped all the way down, right? And retested the 100 EMA, right? On the 100 EMA on the you know, on the 4-hour. So it is still bullish, even though we could get a rejection at any given time. It is still bullish, right? So stay vigilant, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at RSR. RSR. So now we're creating a bearish divergence right here on RSR, right? So that's not good, okay? Already we almost at the not almost, but we at the May you know, late May, first week of June resistances, right? So be cautious. It doesn't mean it cannot break it, but you know, once we hit like a resistance at you know, at this level, right, you just want to be cautious, right? Because most alt looking to retest their late May, first week of June resistances. So this one is already at resistance. So we'd give it like few more days to see if we're going to be breaking it, right? If we break it, of course, we're going to be looking for the next resistance up to basically 0.08, right? If we do not break it, okay, the biggest support is going to be the biggest support right here, actually, in this range. All right, but we will see. Okay, I don't have a trade setup as of now. The only trade setup I had for it was like the breakout right here, but I didn't basically take it. So now let's go ahead and take a look at total 2, because total 2 we are looking for a potential move all the way up to 900 billion. I don't know if you guys remember, right? And we said like you know, we could be pushing all the way up to 1 trillion. So we just hit like 975. So, and you take a look at total 2 resistance right here, late May, first week of June, resistance is right here, is at 900 billion. Okay, not 900 billion, but 975, right? 1 trillion. So once we pump up to 1 trillion, we just got to be cautious, okay? Because alt going to be pumping also right here, and total 2 going to be pumping right here also, right? So we will need to be cautious and see if we're going to be breaking it. All right, and we will discuss it once we break above like a 1.2 1.1 trillion and all that good stuff. We talk about Zilliqa, SNX, RSI, Cardano. SLP, let's go ahead and take the SLP. So SLP, if I remember what we said last time, right? If I remember well, I was saying like just stay with the trend. So it is almost at 0.618. It could break out from the 50% pullback, or it could dump all the way down to the 0.618. It seems like we got the move down to 0.618. So it is time to look for a potential breakout from the 0.618. So give it like a few more days, because it is not moving with the market. Market is moving up, but SLP is moving to the downside. So if market basically take a dip, right, it could basically reverse, right? But let's see. Okay, but we at 0.618 is at 17 16 to 18 cents. It is a good level to keep an eye on, right? Hey, what's up, Crypto Moon Boy in the house? Band was one of our first bullish setups since like when I think when Band was like a 5.2, right? We talked about the move up to like $7 and potentially up to $8. It can still break out further all the way up to $9 right here, right? But just have to be cautious. Once again, total 2 is looking to hit 1 trillion. So gotta be ready to take profits if we get the move to the upside, right? But the main thing was like to take the position at $5 or low, or the low $5, right? So it is already up 40% since we basically took the long position. It is still a good hold, right? Let's take a look at it on the daily. Yeah, we're still above the daily 21. Just got to be able to break the daily 100 EMA, and we could be taking it all the way up to 9.5. So daily is saying like it is still a hold, right? So Band and Neo were the first long position we took. Band, Neo, Litecoin, and then after that DOEGECOIN and all that good stuff, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at KNC. Okay, so KNC is also looking very very juicy. I like the MACD setup right here. I like the MACD above the histogram price action, looking to break above the daily 100 EMA. Right now we above the resistance right here, right? Already broke the resistance. Even if we dip lower down to like a 160, it is still going to be a good buy for the next rebound up to like a $2 and so on. Okay, I think the last coin we took around like a 150, 160 was like CRV, and we were looking for $2. So another move down to like a 160 could be under the CRV, right? A dip down to a 160 and a pump all the way up to $2. It doesn't have to, but just in case it dips down to a 150, 160, right? But the trend is up, okay, regardless of how low we regardless of the the correction, right? Not how low we drop. Okay, of course the support area to keep an eye on over the next like a few weeks going to be right here. Okay, all right guys, I'm just gonna keep it short, right? I'm gonna try to go live tomorrow, right? So let's see what type of price action we're gonna get if market is still bullish, right? There is no need to be in rush. We're just gonna stay with the trend. If we get some dump and all that good stuff, we might just have to reevaluate and all that good stuff, right? So stay bullish as long as the market is strong, right? And take some profits also, because once again, take some profits when we get the dump, right? If we're gonna get the dump, it's not gonna give us time to react. It could be like a 20-30% dump in one day, right? Stuff like that, right? So take some profits. We've been talking about all these alt like over the last few days, over the last few weeks actually, okay, since like the last week of July. So all of these setups are not new setups, okay? We're already up like 30, 40, 50% on some of these alt. Take some profits just in case we get a a pullback, and we're gonna reevaluate. Not financial advice, but I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. All right, thanks a lot guys.